picture of a party, everybody say cheese. Grab the keys, ride to the club. Look, there's some Beatles, ladies showing love. Try Lady Gaga, girl, just dance. I might be caught in a bad romance. Pop some sham from the south of France. So drunk, looking like I got ants in my pants. Maybe I should try something more generic. Tell inside jokes that are esoteric. Get buzzed, everybody's feeling so hysteric. And when you get it on, just wear it, please.
Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's dance around as we listen in our new car. Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's sing along as we bob our heads at the bar.
I like this pop song, I like to party. Fashionably late, I'm coming in tardy. Hardly famous, tell me who you came with. Make it one night and it'll remain nameless. That's what I need from my DJ. Play a pop song, play another and put it up on replay. Then hit the freeway, riding a Mercedes, yo. With pop songs on the radio, sing.
Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's dance around as we listen in our new car. Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's sing along as we bob our heads at the bar.
Rockstar, and I'll show you how to party hard. Rockstar, and I'll show you how to party hard. Rockstar, and I'll show you how to party hard. Rockstar, and I'll show you how to party hard.
Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's dance around as we listen in our new car. Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's sing along as we bob our heads at the bar. Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's dance around as we listen in our new car. Oh my God, it's that new generic pop song. Let's sing along as we bob our heads at the bar.
We can chant to the words tomorrow. We can sing days of yesterday. You can be antidote for my sorrow. This is my mind and I let you stay. We can change to the world tomorrow. We can sing days of yesterday. I can be antidote for your sorrow. I should do like a game. My body educates. Sit on the bench and in my head. I run it for my force. I run it for my force. I'm gonna touch your hands, touch your hand. Cause you are in me. Cause in my head we can be bad. Sit on the ground. I dream to sky. I run it for my force in you. I run it for my force. I'm gonna find you there, find you there. Cause you are in me. Yeah, yeah. Whoa. What you gonna do? 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 Oh baby, 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 baby. We can chant to the words tomorrow. We can sing days of yesterday. I can be antidote for your sorrow. I should like a game. My body educates. Sit on the bench and in my head. I run it for my force. I run it for my force. I'm gonna touch your hands, touch your hand. Cause you are in me. Cause in my head we can be mad. Sit on the ground. I dream to sky. I run it for my force in you. I run it for my force. I'm gonna find you there, find you there. Cause you are in me. Yeah, yeah. I wish there were no rules. It's a different kind of illusion. Yeah, I'm listening you. Like light and sound together. self-control. Sitting on the bench and in my head, I run it from my force, I run it from my force. I'm gonna touch your hands, touch your hands, 'cause you are in me. 'Cause I'm a baby, sit on the ground, I dream the sky. I run it from my force to you, I run it from my force. I'm gonna find you there, 'cause you are in me. And see my baby, 'cause I'm a baby, 'cause I'm a
From the garden, hear the clinging of the chimes, the last tomatoes hanging shriveled on the vines. The autumn breeze is just a promise of the freeze that's coming soon. The season's fleeting, the days are blurring into years, the lines retreating. As every moment disappears, the stories end to leave, another to begin to start anew. And in 1,000 years, when all our bones have disappeared, and every word has been erased, still the rivers flow, the sun will glow, the seeds will grow, the wind will come and blow it all away. 'Cause we are just a memory replaced. All the deadlines have come and gone without a sound. The saddest headlines are now just pigments on the ground. The battles fought, the lessons taught, they all are lost now in the end. And every secret you ever guarded with your life, the stars will keep it. If all the photons should arrive, we're just a speck in time and space, just a fleck upon its face. And in 1,000 years, when all our bones have disappeared, and every word has been erased, still the rivers flow, the sun will glow, the seeds will grow, the wind will come and blow it all away. 'Cause we are just a memory replaced. Free yourself, release yourself. The burdens that you carry all will topple in the end. And every bad decision that was weighing on your mind, every failed mission, every ladder left unclimbed, it all just blows away. And in 1,000 years, when all our bones have disappeared, and every word has been erased, still the rivers flow, the sun will glow, the seeds will grow, the wind will come and blow it all away. Oh, through the centuries, the endless string of
Good evening, buenos tardes, boa noche to everybody out there. We are finally here on the final day of the Libertadores, the Overwatch, or no Overwatch, depending on which language you speak for this year. Heading into Copa America 2025. I am Chef Billy, bringing you the English broadcast tonight. We've got the lower bracket semifinal and the grand finals. Piquinha Paulo is in the grand final, awaiting either BCU Spark from Costa Rica and Mexico, going up against Garfo, one of my favorite Brazilian teams that I just didn't know I knew I loved them so much until I started watching them a couple weeks ago. So I got a lot of love going on for both of these teams, and this is going to be a really big experience here for BCU Spark. We know that they play in the Masters Division in NA in the Face It League. We also have some collegiate players playing there as well, so there's a lot of representation going on for the BCU Spark team, and they need to really step up here today because Garfo is looking to make it a all Brasileiro final here tonight. So, for the Costa Rican Mexican team, they need to really be able to deal with what Garfo and their team brings. And I tell you what, it's all going to come from Seifel. Seifel has got to really be able to lock in at the beginning of the match. They had a 2-0 lead yesterday, and they ended up squandering it away and losing the series 3-2. So they've got it in them. But do they have that sixth gear that will get them over this finish line and get them into the grand final and maybe get a little bit of revenge on Piquinha Paulo later on tonight? So we're going to start out here in the lower bracket semifinals. And I'm looking at what we have going on over here. We've got BCU Spark is banning maps right now. And we're going to see how they are going to go forward from here. We're looking to see who's going to get control banned out first. Now, if I'm looking at Seifel wants to play Winston, right? He wants to get in there with the Winston, mix it up in there. Has a damn good hazard, though. Actually created a lot of havoc with the Scottish tank yesterday. as I was watching Willian on the playoffs going on yesterday. And I tell you what, Seafel, as long as he doesn't play tank roulette and really locks into a composition and doesn't try to play the mind games and goes in and just locks in, say, this is what I'm going to play, this is where we're going in, I think they're going to have a lot more success. Now, they got away with it on maps 1 and 2, right? And it was because Seafel was so willing to change the swap to make things different. But I think that over-willingness to change may have hurt his team in the long run. So we're going to see how that goes out there. Hodelo is somebody that I'm really going to be looking forward on as far as the flanking. WebTube had a standout performance for me yesterday in support. So there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle here from BCU Spark that I think if everything meshes together today, I think Garfo is going to have their hand filled. Now, for Garfo, man, I mean, they have already beat a team that's going to be basically Team Brazil in the Copa America. They won it 2-1. So in another competition. So there's all that baggage to be put onto the table as well. So, how are these two teams going to be able to run into this? How are they going to be able to fight each other? How are they going to be able to resolve what needs to be resolved here? Because only one team can go on to get to the grand final and see if they can take down the Brazilian powerhouse Picanha Paulo. Looks like we do have our first map, and looks like it's going to be Control, and it's going to be Ilios. So Winston can play there, absolutely. We just need to see what submap it is. Are you willing to swap it up? When you go to Ruins, and are you going for the meme picks, or are you going to actually go for what's working right now? Central America, South America, lots of Diva being portrayed, lots of representation for Diva. Lots of Ana play as well. So we're going to see how this is going to work out here. We're going to see who is going to be on what side. It doesn't really matter because it's a control map. But I'm really looking forward to seeing my first time on screen, Garfo, as I get to call some of my favorite Brazilian players. So this is going to be very, very interesting, very fun for me as a fan of the region and now as a caster. We are leveling up with some Starbucks, too, because I need the extra caffeine because I think this is going to be one heck of a long night. Remember, this first match is a best of 5 first to 3, and then our grand final is a best of 7 first to 4. So, who is going to have bragging rights here for the Libertadores, no Overwatch? Here in 2025, we are about to find out. We are about 30 seconds away from getting those Face-It invites and getting us into the lobby, and we will see what we can see. I was really also Lichtat, and I know I'm butchering Brazilian names. Lichtat was one of my favorite players from Garfo throughout the entire playoff and qualifying process. Every time I got to see them on playing, it was very, very fun to see. We're still going through map bans. We're getting them all out of the way right now. We'll see, how do they get it done? Escort will be fun. I'm thinking about, where and how do these teams think and kind of look to make their map bans ahead of time? It kind of locks you into what you're going to do later on down the line, right? Because you can't just say, I changed my mind, we're going to go to Gibraltar. If you lock in Rialto, you're kind of locked into that composition. So this is kind of, a game of trying to maybe steer a team, maybe ban a map that maybe you thought that they were going to pick. This is where the 3D chess comes into play. And so it looks like for Escort, we are actually going to go to Gibraltar. I laugh. But that is very interesting. So, Winston probably will be looking to be played there. We'll see how that goes through there and see how the hero bands kind of line up for that. One of the standout players that I saw yesterday, even in the loss, I think that the DPS duo of Hodelo and Juvin. Juvin, kind of a Swiss Army knife. Can play the hit scan, can also play the flex DPS. Not as comfortable, per se, on the flanker subclass of DPS, the Genji, the Tracer. I even put Sombra in there, kind of, ish. She doesn't have the same lethality that a Genji and a Tracer do. She's more of a disruptor type to me, but that is for another day. But they really did play well in tandem. I just want to see them kind of play more with Seafel. If Seafel's going to be playing this hyper-aggressive tank, at least one of them needs to go with him, and give him the resources and the backup that they need. Even if it means trading a life out to keep your tank up, to me that's a worthy trade. Especially, if you're coming up on Primal, if you're coming up on a Downpour, if you're coming up on any of the ultimates that Seafel seems to generate with frightening rapidity during these matches, it might be worth, maybe trading the life of a DPS for your tank. So we'll see how that goes down. They're right now in the middle of taking care of Hybrid. I missed the third choice, so we'll find out what it's at. But I mean, for Hybrid, right now it's a split between Numbani and Paraíso, and I will assume that we'll go to Numbani, even though it's Garfo picking it, so they may stay away from the Winston map. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we will see. Garfo and company come in with a lot to prove. They got a lot to prove. And I mean, we talked about, how they've already, kind of shown what they've done to who is basically going to represent Team Brazil in the Copa America. But now they need to be able to take care of more business. They got sent down here by the upper squad, and they need to get some redemption here. It was not that bad of a loss. I just think that we could do a little bit better. I just think so. So I think that there has been some decisions made that I question. Like, I'm sitting in chat watching this live last night with my popcorn and my iced tea and having a very fun time. Thank you very much. I also saw Render out there from Overwatch World Cup, and he asked me what did I think the score was going to be yesterday between BCU and Picanho Paula. And I said, I think it's going to be Spark 3-1. And he said, interesting. I said, yes, very much so. But it's because I've seen this BCU Spark team play a lot. So we will see how these teams are going to bring it all together. I'm so excited. Folks, it is the lower bracket finals here in the Libertadores de Overwatch for 2025. Garfo out of Brazil. BCU Spark from Costa Rica. En movido. Bueno ganar. Let's go.
Initiating match.
As we get our first look here in Ilios, it's everybody's favorite meme map, The Well. Will this actually play a factor in today's lower bracket final? Nobody knows right now. But what I do know is that somebody's going to go and face Picanha Paulo in the grand finals. But you got to get 3 map wins. It all starts here on Well in Ilios.
I'll change that.
Juice Agobo showing us a little bit of the Doomfist absolute menace yesterday on this hero. Add with Ligtat on the Tracer. They definitely had a good combo going on. Juven's going to have to be extremely cognizant and wary of using the grenade to try and stun this Doomfist out. This is your first order of business. The hazard is out. And that's an early good pick there from Seafel. As people start to hit the deck. You may lose your hazard here, but not in case. The heals were there early. First cap there from BCU Spark. But you can see the escapability, the mobility is going to be a problem. They're going to have to take care of Juiceagobo on the doofus. There's my favorite line of all. I don't care what anybody says. But another kill early on to the Kiriko. Your majority of your heals are gone. Your tank is gone. This has got to be a quick reset as we cross the 30% mark. Modelo takes care of Marcelo in the back line. And we're crossing the 40% mark, and we're already coming up on 2 ultimates here. That is a massive pick! What the heck is Capiam doing? That is 3 fights in a row that the Kiriko has been deleted and sent back to spawn. That's a good pick there, though, from Linktat. That's your main source of damage coming in, and also a bit of your worry and stabilizer against the Doomfist. Close hold coming through. Juiceagobo taking down the Tracer. That's all, basically all of your damage. Seafull off the cage as well. It's going to be a reset here at about the 75% mark. Oh my goodness, a little bit of over pursuit there from Marcelo. Gets it taken away, but Juiceagobo picks up 2. Has the Meteor Strike online in case they need to get out of there in a hurry. Blade is online as well. Folks, the kitchen sink's about to be emptied out onto the well here. And it just needs to see who is going to be able to withstand everything. Juiceagobo rocking the one-punch skin, one of my favorite skins. And there is a blade in the back. Sound barrier out in response. Linktat gets the hell out of there as they drop down to about 30 health. Big downpour catches Juiceagobo. That's going to take him out. That should be the flip at 74%. Duplicate coming out. The hazard is out. Oh my gosh. The Kitsune Rush is out as well. Pulse Bomb out. Suzu there to save. 85% and counting. Sound barrier still available to Gardefu. Nothing online here for the Costa Rican team. There goes Juven down in the back line. The flip may come through here once again. And there it is. Well, I say that. Linktat's gone. 99% and counting. And this is actually going to be a very fast timer once we get to that point. Modelo goes down. Trying to build up a little bit more of that ult charge. Juiceagobo still has Meteor Strike to get themselves out. And a sound barrier ready to go as well. Looking to rotate around the side of the observatory here on the left-hand side as they approach the point. Kitsune Rush coming up online for WebTube. As I said yesterday, one of my very impressed people out of this team. Suzu already out. Has the swift step away. Juven gone. Sound barrier is out. WebTube got out of the way. Is going to have that Kitsune Rush ready to go here. But you still got a Genji in your backline creating havoc for everybody. There it is. WebTube down with the Kitsune Rush online. 80% and counting for Gardefu. 2 down. Coming into the neutral here. Benji getting themselves into the conversation. Meteor Strike out. Forced out. Farah back online here for Juven. This is going to create some issues here as we get now 95% and counting. Touches need to come through. There's the swap. The Kitsune rushes out. Looking for touches from anybody there. Anybody going to be able to touch? There's a last second touch with the dash. But everybody is basically dead and gone. The Echo's going to get a touch. They're gone. And I don't know if anybody else is going to get a last second touch yet. There it is. It's not enough. It's just clean up from here. And a good last minute swap from Juven. Really did pull the eye test up from Gardefu from the ground level and giving them 2 separate levels to look at. That was a study in patience from BCU Spark. I think what we need to look from Gardefu is a little bit more respecting of BCU's name. You can't overcommit. You can't push too far beyond your LOS of your healers, or you are going to go down in a heap. Both Dami and Neo and Linktat both found that out very acutely.
Things could
Dubin showing us the Southern Belle here in the Ash. Steeple's going to go ahead and stick. With that nice jagged wall there to deny the escape. And this is going to be first capture of the point, most likely. Going over to BCU Spark unless Gumbo has something to say about it. I don't know if they are, especially with having the Ash on top of Lighthouse, or she was up on top of Lighthouse. Yeah, this is going to be a different look here. They're going to have to contend with not only long-range damage, but also with the burning effect of the dynamite. That's going to force out some other cooldowns. This is a whole separate can of worms. Dominio is going to have to be very, very strategic with how they decide to float on in. Make sure they land those sticky bombs in there. Seafull and Jusagumbo playing hide and seek on the outside there. Rocket Punch coming through. Look at this. There is a 3 stack of BCU Spark members on top of this Lighthouse. And now they're going to push forward as they pursue kills. 40% and counting. Dominio does get Benji, though, so the speed is off the table. And there's it. Jusagumbo trying to take this high ground from Seafull. Seafull has that wall climb that is just so damn hard to protect. Early downpour comes through and actually picks up the Lucio in the high ground. Marcelo just caught out. And in the end, oh my word. Clean up on Owl 5. Everybody from Gardefolk is being pushed back. Duplicate's going to be online. Odello gets the whole spot kill on their opposite in Leaktat, deciding that maybe Torbjorn wasn't the best choice. Sound barrier ready for both teams. The Kitsune Rush is going to be on. I'm going to assume that this this Nano is going to go on to Jusagumbo and see what they can get done with it. Double support outs coming out from them. Nano definitely is invested. The boom comes through! Nobody dies, but they're in a whole hell of a lot of trouble right now. Duplicate comes through. Tracer is the duplicate. Already taken out. People are being murdered left and right. There goes Jusagumbo. That is it. 2-0 as BCU Spark take Ilios in pretty convincing fashion. It was all about the early game there on Lighthouse, as they were trying to just take the 3-headed monster off the top of Lighthouse, and they just were not able to dislodge them. And that's exactly what you need to see. That's exactly what you need to happen. And that's exactly what happened. They basically held their ground. They dared Jusagumbo to get themselves and dislodge them. They said, nah, we got the mobility. I mean, you're going up against a Kiriko and Lucio backline, and then add into that the coach gun repositioning and the speed boost to get him out of there. There was no way they were going anywhere. Dominio got a couple of picks here and there, but just not enough to dislodge them. So great positioning coming from BCU Spark. As we now head to Watch Point Gibraltar. Man, BCU Spark did look sharp. I'm not going to lie. But when I think about what I've seen from Gardefolk, it looked a little bit disconnected. The front line to the back line. So we'll see if we're going to have the Winston battle that we all know that we want and need. I know it's what I want. But it's not about what I want. Even though Winton is Winton. And we do love our Winton. We do. BCU Spark will be defending first. They want to see what kind of a mark they're going to have to attain here in the Straits of Gibraltar. The Pillars of Hercules in the distance.
Gravity is within our reach.
I wish I could believe that.
And they say Zubu and all that.
I'll have it in and out in no time.
The name of the game here, if you're a defender, it's hold top of blue blocks here.
Science means going where
You want to see if you're able to hold up here and kill as much time as you can and force the attackers to come to you. Juven did show a pretty good Widowmaker here yesterday. Dystopia's in.
Attackers incoming.
Dominio out.
Escort prepared.
I do like the Benji Brigitte as well. It's going to be all about dislodging from this high ground right now. You can give a little bit of free push here. That's just going to be support ult charge. They got people trapped. That's a perfect dive going in. Yeah, and that's going to be Seaful gone and deleted. So now Modelo and Juven, they're going to have to get out of here to wait for their tank to come back. I don't know how long this Widowmaker can actually be sustainable. Because right now, Juice to Gobo has complete reign in your front and back line. Split defense coming from the members of BCU Spark. Capium getting back, and Juven finally ringing true with the sniper rifle. They've got their kills. They've got their pound of flesh. There's a second one from Juven. Absolutely locked in now. Nano is going to be online. You've got to throw it over to Seaful. Get them built up to that primal rage to be able to contest in this next upcoming engagement. The big problem for the members of BCU Spark is when you get this Bob on the field. Will the bubble be ready? Will they be able to kite away? Big pulse bomb coming out from Modelo. Gets traded out for their wares, but she'll take that Ana off the table. Ligcat starting to light it up with the katana and the shurikens. There's the Nano coming out. Gonna try and deal with the Juice to Go, but that is exactly what you wanted there. But you need to get out the point. The C9 almost comes through. Quarter of a meter left. The sleep and the deletion. There goes Bob. That was the win condition. Sub 90 seconds here. You're going to have a Nano. You're going to have a Nano Blade. But it's going to take you a minute. It's going to take you a minute, and you just emptied the entire war chest if you're BCU Spark. You could go so many ways here with this ultimate combination with Capium and the Nano. Do you go raid boss to make sure your backline is completely healed up and ready to go? Yusuke also has the get out of jail card. Anti on the Seaful. The Primal is out having fun. 40 seconds and counting. That's a big pick. Nanoblade is off for the foreseeable future. They've got Jutsugobo kind of pinned up here in the back. They do have their lines up. Oh my goodness, 2 comes out. That is, once again, the Nano off the table back in spawn.
Meteor strike.
Meteor strike comes through. Modelo is in serious trouble. And there we go. Ligcat pulls the blade. 2 down. Blade's out. So now, do they have time to get a recontest? It's going to be an overtime. Should they get this over the line? Seaful decides that yes, I can get there. Another nano onto him. Blade comes out. But he is seriously low. He gets Ligtat on the reverse side. High Noon comes out. Huge bubble from Steeple. Oh my word. Talk about timing. Steeple on the point. Trying to hold as long as he can. He's not long for this world, and that's going to do it. Boy, oh boy. By the hair of their chinny chin chins, they get it over the line. And now you're looking, what kind of ultimates do we have it? Juven over to their own Ash. So Bob's going to be something to play with. You can hold top of shuttle. Have a little bit of backup there with Hodelo on the Genji. Seafull can hold up there as well. You've basically got two people that can't get up there. Benji coming alive here. Juicegoba has to use the get out of jail card. Hodelo gone. Into the back line. Juicegoba goes. Seafull starting to light it up with the Tesla cannon. Good hold there on the back of one ultimate. Rally ready to go for Marcelo. Dystopia drops the Cassidy, and we're going to have matching Southern Bells here. Seafull goes crazy with the Primal again. He's in the back line. Gets Ligtat. Seafull's getting the heck out of dodge. The bubble comes through just in time to make sure that everybody's good and healthy as well. Nano, once again, ready to go for Web Tube. Back to the top of shuttle. Dynamite's out again. People are burning. That's a massive anti that comes through from WebTube, but nobody is killed on the back of it. Capium and Juicegobo said, you know what? I'm done. Hold my beer. I'm going in. Blade comes up from Leak Shot. Don't necessarily know if that blade was needed, but they're going to try and get something out of this.
10 seconds remaining.
The music is starting again. Benji is off the board. Bob is just about ready for Juven. Is anybody going to be able to get a last second touch? They are. Nanoblade comes out. Onto the point. The massive anti. Bob is out. That just might do it. The contest is there from Ligtat. Oh my god! Where the hell did that come from? Capion and Ligtat just steal away the point with 3 massive kills. Nobody saw it coming. They dropped from top of shuttle. And it's another 90 seconds on the clock. And you've got to think that the ultimate rotation now is in favor of Garfo as we're heading into point number 3. The high brown is under duress from Juicegobo. Seafull getting an eyeful here from the Doomfist and the Genji. Hodelo says, I'm gonna help you, my friend. But they're just giving up progress right now. Bob online. The Nano online. They've got a kill box set up. Now can they finish it? Yes, Juven can. And Seafull as well. Less than 30 seconds to go here. How much meterage are we going to be able to get? The anti comes through. It is massive. Once again, Seafull is gone. Nano out. The blade could be dropped at any time. Capium is having a lot of fun now. There's a blade out in the back line after the Nano wears off. Your Brigitte is gone. Bob comes out past the bubble. Seafull's going to be in a world of trouble. He goes and launches out with the Primal, trying to get that reset of the HP pool. They do it, and Marcelo's off the board. Nice juggle there from Ligtat. or onto Ligtat, takes care of that as well. They will not be getting the end of this map. It's going to be a sturdy 79.17 meters for Garfel. I got to think, man, you had them at point 1, they get it in overtime. You have them at point 2, they drop down to pick 3 in the waning seconds of point 2. And then Garfo has the ultimate rotation in their favor. And WedTube comes up with a couple of gems on the antis and absolutely cleans house. Capium really came alive on the Ana here for Garfo. Ligtat also pretty good performance there on the Genji. How do you deal with the problem like Jusagoba, though? The Doomfist is living rent-free in their heads. Now, they've chosen the path of ignore the Doomfist and kill everybody else. And for the most part, that has worked. Does it continue to work defensively?
Keep you alive when you're distracted.
Keep the plan. Divergence leads to defeat.
The decision-making of Garfo's tank player, truly breathtaking at times.
Hey.
5, 4,
Taking that little extra bit of damage, making sure their supports are getting their old charge. Making sure all the cooldowns are ready to go when they need to get out. Some of them took that teleporter, some of them played a little bit of a game with that. He pulls up here. Having fun, Juven takes down their main source of healing. That should be the go sign. Seafull super low. Has to leap out. But we are already underneath bridge here. Seafull has taken blue box and made it their own. Now it's all about the follow-up. RedTube's going to take the top of the box here. Look for Leech Tat on the back end. Super low with themselves. Could find that mini there. Big punch comes in big. Sleep, and there goes the tank. Now, will Leech Tat be able to do anything on the back of this? You've got the Widow trapped in this corner up there. Dystopia. Dots between the eyes. 3.24 meters. Steeple has the point basically by themselves. And they hold. 2.68 meters here on the first foray in. 2.5 minutes left to go here on point A. Blade coming up here for Leechsat. It's going to be a race to Nano, and I think that WedTube's going to win it.
We can't move until the payload moves.
Modelo also looking for a pulse bomb. There's a lot of tasty targets up there. Big dynamite burning. Healing is there. Capium's going to close that gap on the Nano. Well, they have a great high ground hold going on right now. Big pulse bomb and takes him out. Blade comes out from Leeksat. Gets 2, 3. The 3.5 meters and a Tesla cannon for your wares. That should be the point right there. It is indeed the point. Just under 4 minutes to go as we look to point B. Seafold did that all in the neutral BT dubs. Rally and Bob going to be online here for Garfo in their defense. They're going to take the tried and true. Seafold says, you know what? This is my shuttle. And takes Marcel out before they can get the rally off. You hear it all the time. I'm holding space for you. This is how you hold space in an aggressive manner. Oh no. Seafold left him out. Rally comes out. Marcelo down once again. Primal is also coming out as well. Linkchat, not going to be a factor in this defense. You still got a Doomfist above you, looking for anything in the back. Oh, the Meteor Strike at the very last second. They're going to take right there. The rally comes through. The bomb is out. This should be a pretty brilliant hold here. I say that. They actually get the point for free. 4 minutes and 9 seconds, and they've got a head full of steam. Our first Gong of Death and a greetings comes through. This is all about maximizing your potential right now here in this first push. Pulse bombing ready again for Hodelo. Steeple is just behind them, just creating so much havoc. They are hunting a Doomfist in the back. Pulse bomb out. Doesn't find any joy. Hodelo super low. The healing is there. Big anti comes through once again. Hodelo is down from the flail. Steeple pushing forward, taking space. Jubin looking for anybody in the back line. Everybody's already dead. Blade comes out from Linkchat. That's one. A la dos. 0.06 of a meter between BCU Spark and match point. And they're going to back out. You've got Steeple on the run here. Pops the Primal. Resets that health pool. Gets Dystopia in the backline. Oh no. The punch comes through. Big anti comes through. Puts people in a world of hurt. Dynamite takes down the Ana. And Juvin is starting to light it up. And they get it. They take Jusagobo off the point. And it was just 0.06 meters left. And they take the 2-0 lead here in our lower bracket semifinal. Boy, Linktat really lit it up at the plate here. I thought they were absolutely going to get more every time that katana was unsheathed. But it seemed like somebody always had an answer. There was something there that they had to kind of withstand at the very last minute. Garfo's on the back heel. I am concerned for Garfo right now. Now, this is also yesterday where BCU basically fell apart. They've got to knuckle down here and really make sure that they know who they are as a team going into our next map. Juvin, my MVP for that map. Absolutely lit it up on the Widow. Lit it up when they had to bring the Cassidy out. And then the Ashe was absolutely mwah. Chef's kiss, the positioning, the cooldown management, the use of Bob, all spectacular. Big shout out, though, on the other side to Capium. Had a bit of a rough. Ilios absolutely came back and redeemed themselves here in Gibraltar. But now we're going to see what happens. Garfo's backs are against the wall. This is their Libertadores lives on the line. Is there a pulse? We'll find out as we head to Italy. And Colosseo.
Arriving.
La Città Belle.
Initiating match.
Dusagobo has come out. Dominio and Wasizi are in. I'm going to assume the Wasizi is a wrecking ball player. And there it is, confirmed.
A friend of mine has a massive collection of vintage vinyl.
So once again,
That's sick. If they want.
there's going to be a highly disruptive tank on the field here from Garfo.
5,
How will BCU Spark answer in turn?
objective unlocks in 30 seconds. Arriving at Conseil.
Early point presence here from Seafull and company. Wasizi is in a world of hurt already. We're just going to play along the drag strip here. The wrecking ball is going to have to be dealt with in the back line. And there it is. Dominio and Leak Chat taken down. This will be some good push here. We normally say to go to about 33, 35 meter mark and then kind of pull back and take a stock of what you got going on. Capium under serious duress right now. We're locked in. Seafull holding space. Modelo looking for picks in the sky. Wasizi in the back line, trying to create as much hell as he can. There's the flip. Basically for free, as Seafull is trying to protect along the stairs there. But they've got it back going on. Modelo, massive injuries in the back line, but they're going to go ahead and get topped up from, I believe, it was Red Tube in the back. 4 ultimates about to be online. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and invest in Rally right now. Watch for this minefields coming up from Wasizi. Big sticky bombs coming out for Yuvan. That is a big orbital ray coming through from WebTube. They get the point. And now the kills are coming through. Everybody just gets absolutely clobbered in there. Forward spawns unlocked for BCU Spark. Wasizi's looking for a knock through here in mini room. You've got the minefield online. They've let loose. The bombs are up. The floor is lava. Seafull face tanking right now. Modelo off the board, holding barrage in hand. They do a very mindful, very strategic disengage. They're going to take their fight right here at the midpoint. I would expect this copy to go on to either Seafull or onto the Sojourn. You're about to have a 4-pack of ultimates because Rush is going to start us off.
This ends now.
Overclock from Juven. Looking for any targets. You had Wasizi low, but not able to get him down. Like that. Has a huge opportunity here with the Deadeye. He's got to be holding that for the barrage, but they decide to go ahead and go aggressive with it. Orbital Ray in. The Tri-Shots actually take him down. Bye-bye, Lucio. The trades are coming through. Actually, great. They're coming through for them, Dominio. Take the Arisa copy. Oh. You hate to see it. Huh. Dominio says, you know what? I'm just gonna take the payload. Thank you very much.
These barrels are smoking.
But you lose your tank in the mid-intro. Portal spawns gone. And now the push commences here for Garfo. Benji gone. Dominio really lighting it up on the Echo right now. Modelo decides that the Tracer is the better choice here. We've got another Deadeye coming up from Lake Tap. They have definitely found the range with the Peacekeeper. Mines are out. Grenade takes Modelo out of the fight. We're under halfway through here in Rome. And Wasizi is starting to light it up and get what you want from your Wrecking Ball. Positioning, disruption, and chaos. This should be the forward spawns unlocked. Or Garfo. I don't know if anybody takes that touch. I guess Steeple will take the touch. Oh, that's big. They don't got it. Oh, but speared out of the high noon. Big brain play there from Steeple. WebTube gone. Benji gone. Everybody gone. There's the Gong of Death. This is the best that Garfo has looked today. Changes coming through. Steeple. Yep. Deciding that this is going to be the way. But man, Leaguetat is on a different level right now, following in so closely with their tank player and getting the picks. My word. Benji is in a world of hurt, trying to do everything they can to hold the line, and it just ain't working. Once again, it is the disruption being shown by this Garfo team that is bringing them back in this series. 115 meters. Oh, it's not insurmountable, but we're at 230. Only a quarter of the time left. Leaguetat looking for Joy, finds it on Benji. The DMAC comes through, Juven gone, and they are absolutely cleaning up the streets here in Rome. One fight, maybe, here for the members of BCU Spark. Yeah, they're just going to let it go here. They do have ultimates. Sound Barrier and Mines are going to be ready for Garfo in their defense. They've got to defend a 40-meter difference should BCU Spark get themselves back into that general area. But the Mines could be a problem. Just like that. Sound Barrier round. Interesting. Everybody pressing Q right now. The orbital ray is out. WebTube gets absolutely destroyed. Self-destruct is out onto the point. Actually picks up Leaguetat. Wasizi has absolutely turned this map around and has made it their own. The DMAC comes through on the Diva. Pilot Diva gone.
30 seconds remaining.
You're mine now.
Juven comes back on Sombra. The hack comes through.
They took the robot. Don't let it move a single step.
They've got a rally to play with. Stiefel showing us the Junker Queen now. Bye-bye tank. No more forward spawn. Once again, rally online up against a Deadeye. The mines are almost back on once again. Let's see, this will be the fourth set of mines in this game. Forward progress. Point there. Oh, that is a massive kill. The Juven is now gone. Mines on the point. That should do it, and that will do it. As Garfo gets themselves back in the series. It is now 1-2. They are down one map. Boy, push is not a friend of VCU Spark.
Play of the game.
Capiam, I gave you the love last time. I'm going to give you the love again. Absolutely massive. You're lethal, and you're just healing through everything. What a good, judicious use of your cooldowns. The Suzu was absolutely immaculate there in that highlight. But man, oh man, VCU Spark. I mean, they just looked like they couldn't deal with the ball. They're kind of up against it, aren't they, folks? It's either going to be a Doomfist or a Wrecking Ball. And I thought that Juven coming out on the Sombra might have been the answer to it, but it may have come a little bit too late. Map number 4 is here, and it's going to be Numbani. Jusagobo and Dystopia back in for Garfo. They are ready.
Initiating match.
Definitely a Winston favored map here. But Doomfist plays exceptionally well here. Same amount of mitigation, same amount of ability to pounce from low to high. This is all going to be about who can control high ground and get the first opening picks to deal
Better get paid
with what you know is coming in. You know it's going to be the Doomfist. Now, does Benji continue to stick with the Brigitte?
Ready for a knockout?
Or do they go over to something different? Do they bring a Kiriko? Do they bring their Lucio out? Nope, they're going to stay with the Brigitte. Make sure that WedTube is sturdy in the back line.
Real glory comes from helping people, not hurting them.
We need to see Seaful give a little bit more peel for the back line.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Map number 4 underway. Lower bracket finals. Somebody's going to face Picanha Palo in the grand finals here in the Libertadores. Leak that. Looking at a lot of lures from where. Had to blink out. High ground. Definitely at a premium right now. Big dynamite coming through. Look at the coordination. You've got Leak Tat in there with Jusagobo. Big sleep on a Jusagobo. It's all going to be out the first pick. Seaful is under some serious trouble right now. Got to keep your monkey up. He's gone. That might be the point right there. That'll do it. There's no way they come back and take the point, even on a recontest. It would be suicide to do so. Second point hold coming up. One and done. Garfo starting to fire on all cylinders. Leak that. has the tech under wraps right now. Staying on top of statue. Getting in there with their tank. Big pick for Juven and asleep on the Juicagomo. They have not figured out how to hold on to it. Has to use the nano just to keep C4 alive. You will take that all day long. My mouse fell off from leak that.
And they say super. Ready for a knockout?
Get in there.
Do something!
Pulse on out. From both of them. And the trades are there. Bomb holding corner alive. Juven dots Dystopia between the eyes. And is still holding the high ground here. And actually, Capium actually wins the engagement and forces the Ash back. Rally ready to go here for Benji. Up against the Bob and a Meteor Strike. This is going to be an exercise in bend but don't break. The sleep, the anti, the deletion. Beautiful work there from the members of BCU Spark. You bend, but you don't break. The DPS duo of Hodela and Julian are absolutely having fun right now. Wetsuit's going to have another nano online. Lapping Capium here in that department. No risk, no reward, right? You can have both support ultimates and the Primal Rage ready to go for BC Spark. The Rallying Bomb are going to be huge here. Question mark on that nano. They've already knocked 3 minutes off the clock almost here in point 2. What they lacked in point A, they've definitely found it again here in point B. Nano onto the Doom. The rocket meteor strike is out. Big time take out there. Juven and company getting it done. Benji did not break there. But Benji is all alone right now. And Benji is deleted. Marcelo gets the better of their opposite. Just over 2 minutes left here. We saw the problems that happened here yesterday for BCU Spark on their attack. They got through with a massive time bank and were just absolutely clobbered in the last few seconds. Bob out from Dystopia, right on the point. Primal Rage out. Big anti comes through. It's going to make Juicagomo hold off for just a second. 1.14 meters. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go here in their attack phase. They bent, but they did not break once again. Watch for Ligtat, looking for a Pulse Bomb in the back line. Pulse Bomb out, doesn't find any joy. Big anti once again onto Juicagomo. They're looking for anything and anywhere. They've got a kill box set up here. The nano comes through once again. Looking for it. It gets slept for their wares. Oh no. Like, oh my god. Ligtat and Hodela going around. A tracer for a tank. Steeple coming through. They get it. Oh no, they C9 the point. Ah, Dios mío. Oh, that's unfortunate. They had everything going for them, and they stepped off, and they just took full advantage of it. The bloodlust was too strong, and they forgot about the point, and now Juicagomo has a full head of steam. Pulse Bomb ready to go for Hodelo. Power block gone for right now. Looking for Ligtat in the back line. Oh! Ligtat almost got the best of it. Woo. So much free cart push. Linkcat is just creating the world of chaos in the back line. Stiefel is going to go down here. Yep. 90 seconds left here in point 3, and the kills are starting to stagger through. Somebody's got to get a touch. 3 meters. Meter strike through. Oh my god, Dystopia just landed Benji with that dynamite. And it is all but said and done. The bomb is out on the point. But punched off. Still contesting. Oh, that's unfortunate. It'll give time for the members of BCU Spark to get out there. Big dynamite once again. And Hodelo gets Juiceagobo. This might actually be it right now. 0.48 meters. They cannot C9 once again. 52 seconds left to go. You've got a bomb ready to go from Dystopia. Tactical regrouping here. Capium is not going to be a factor here in the next part of this fight. Greetings to you too, Stiefel. Benji over to the Kitiko, looking for that Suzu to cleanse Capion's Mantis that have been massive here in this last part of the map. Look at that, on the point. Oh my gosh, you lose Stiefel. 3% to Primal, and the bomb is out. Juiceagobo just says, that's my point. Get off. 10 seconds. With the big time bank that they had coming in.
0 to 3.
How unfortunate was that C9? How unfortunate is that C9 going to be in the long run? My dear friends. They had everything in their favor. Holding 0.46 meters outside of point C. And they forgot about contesting. And the snowball just absolutely came rolling through for Garfo.
Ready for battle.
Okay, Barbeosh.
Let us proceed with haste. Greetings.
We'll see.
Salutations.
We'll see how this plays through. It was a brilliant second point defense, though, from BCU Spark. Taking off almost 5.5 minutes from the time bank.
Don't worry. I'll keep our medics safe.
If you cast your minds back, it was a one and done. Defensively for BCU Spark, they redeemed themselves on point B until the dreadful C9.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Couple of changes here. Looking for a little bit of speed. Odelo looking to be the assassin on the Genji.
Feels good, huh?
Odelo is going to have to be very careful up against this Marcelo Brigitte. Has been absolutely bloodthirsty today. And well, your tank's gone, so that's a reset right there. Linkat's positioning has been superb for the better part of today. 43% counting towards their pulse bomb. Big pulse. The big dynamite comes through. The anti-misses coming in from Capion. Trying to take high ground here. Juiceagobo getting that empowered punch up. The punch comes through. Doesn't knock anybody off, but Linkcat and company are over there. And Dystopia is just being completely uncontested on this high ground. 2:43 left to go. This has got to be a composition switch. I don't see how the Genji gets on top of Dystopia on the high ground. Because you've got Capium up there with Sleep, with Anti. You've got Marcelo up there with the Flash, the Flail.
I'm here.
Yeah, and you're looking at Juven trying to go up against a Linktat. Well, Linktat actually gets taken out. That actually might be the pick that they need. The shots are coming through from Juvin. Consider Rush is actually doing a lot of work here. Dystopia gone. Yep, the kills are coming through. It's just going to be, yep, the dude fits on point. And I mean, we'll be pretty much gone, but you get the sound barrier out. You got Lig Tap back on the point, just touching, doing all the chaos that the traits will do. Trying to buy any little bit of seconds. That should do it right there. But it takes them almost 2.5 minutes, so 4:06 as they start the cart progress going through. They're going to have to be almost perfect going through the streets phase. Double DPS ultimates will be online, but the same thing will be said for Garfo. And they're going to have the rally to boot. People doing everything he can not to charge, then power punch up, pulse bomb out, Suzu. Perfect from Red 2, but now they're in trouble in the background. Big anti comes through and takes out WebTube on the back of it. Lucio looking a lot worse for wear. It's going to have to get themselves healing on the inside. 2 ultimates out there for Garfo. Same 2 DPS ultimates ready to go. Very patient here for BCU Spark. Like that, still being that fly in the ointment. Dystopia is just holding this bomb, waiting for the right time to let loose with it. You drop one player, you let loose with it. But when Juicagoba is getting 2, it's all good. Why do you pop the rally there, though? Kind of a head scratcher there, especially when you lose your life. And now Capiam is in serious trouble here. They're going to lose their life. Dystopia still with Bob holding on. It looks like they're going to hold it for their next fight. Think that on point. Trying to make Seafold go down. They're actually looking big. That's a massive pulse bomb. Wins them the fight. And it sends everybody back to spawn. In Spanish, it's Que movida. What a move. I don't think that Juvin and Modelo remember how to press Q. Benji does. There's the sound barrier out. Blade out from Modelo. Oh my gosh, Juvin. Big time kick there on the Juicagoba. Benji gone though. Bob is on point. You get nothing. Bob is gone, but it gives the members of Garfo time to get back. Looking for a Consider Rush to start this next fight. Probably followed with an overclock. After that, they've got high ground. They're looking for the picks at the top, but they don't find it. There is the Consider Rush. Red Tube gone. Healer for a tank. I would rather have my tank out there right now with how lethal Garfo has been in the last couple of minutes. 48 seconds and counting. There goes the Brigitte. There goes the point. And that's going to be second point cap. 2:12 on the clock. And now they've got a head full of steam. Juvin still has overclock online. Benji has done a lot of work and almost has another sound barrier online. Barrier versus Rally to complete this map is what I'm looking at. Dystopia now onto the Cassidy.
This ends now.
There it is. There it goes. Everybody getting absolutely annihilated in the back line. They went in the small room and says, we're going to take control of that. Thank you very much. Seafold's going to have the juggle here, and there will be no rally coming into this next fight. Seafold's probably going to pop this Primal Rage to hold everybody in their spawn. .69 meters to go. Nano ready to go. He gets it. It's the Electric Cowboy. Blade comes out from Hodelo. The sound barrier comes out. Wet tube gone. No Sue's online. Benji getting it done. Juven fighting the heads. 0.4 meters. It is 1:41 to 1 minute. And boy, did they learn from yesterday's fiasco that happened here on point 3 of Numbani. Boy, the first point, it was an exercise in patience and frustration. They also get slowed down in point 2. But in the final fight of point 2, the snowball commenced. So good from them there in the final moments of their attack phase. And now they come back to defense, where they did not do very well. I'm going to point it out again. I call a spade a spade. They're going to have to be much more clean in this defense, because we are not done yet. Garfo is absolutely lethal here on point A.
Hey there. And they say chivalry is
Going with a very mobile back line.
Real glory comes from
They're going to have the cleanse
not hurting them.
We may have
for the end, or for the anti-nades coming in. Or for the dynamite. Should one of them land, and Dystopia has been landing them very scarily all map long. Speed versus utility right now. High ground approach.
I see you.
Capion. Gonna go up here with Dystopia. They know that their Ashe is the big player right now. Big punch comes through from Juicegola. Like that. Force the blink through. Good escapability there from BCU Spark. 30 seconds left. Big anti comes through, takes out Juven. That's a big source of damage gone. Alright, they're looking for a capture percentage. They don't find it. They've got Juicegobo. Yeah, clocked off there. 9 seconds left. I don't know if they're going to be able to get back in time. Dystopia up on the high ground. 5 seconds touch. Somebody's got to get on the point and touch. I don't know if it's going to happen. It does not. Oh, no. Ligtat was responsible for the touch. And I think because they blinked at the last second, they didn't get it.
Initiating match.
Oh, no. This might actually be a problem. You've got enough time for a round of ultimates here. Just about. For BCU Spark. We as casters always look at the 2-minute mark as enough time to cycle through cooldowns, ult generation, and get yourself up to an ultimate. You're about 19 seconds short of that right now. But with a Tracer, with the Kiriko, you can absolutely get a rush or a pulse bomb online in that time.
Whoa, nice dude. I respect a man who puts his hair on.
It's more practical and quite dignified.
Hello there. Greetings.
As they get ready to come out, Juven is looking for a first pick potential, looking to see where this Dystopia Ashe is at. That is why we were bringing the Archer out to bear. 1 pick potential. Big dynamite out from Dystopia. The punch comes through. Oh my word. Seafull in a world of hurt right now. So is Juven. You lose your tank. 1:15 on the clock. I don't know what the heck this Hanzo pick is for. You didn't find the pick. You got to swap now.
I won't let you fall.
There it is.
Hey.
60 seconds.
You're looking for survivability. You're looking for deflection mitigation. Juicegobo's going to have a meteor strike regardless. in the back line. That's why you bring Juven in there. That's pick each. A DPS 4. Oh my word, a DPS 4 healer. But that is actually massive. And now Steeple's going to go up there and get absolutely primal. Juven coming up huge. One person on the point. Licktat is going to have to do it. Pulse Bomb out. That is it. Game over. The 3-0 victory to BCU Spark. Against all odds. It will not be an all-Brazilian grand final here in the Libertadores. Jusagobo is a beast of a tank, but the team play of BCU Spark came through in spades. My word. As we get ready to head towards Copa America coming up in the next couple of weeks, how many of these players are we going to see for Team Brazil? Because we're not going to see them in the grand final of the Copa Libertadores. Oh my word. That is a stunner. I expected this to go 5. I was absolutely prepared to go 5 maps for this. And based upon what we saw yesterday, BCU Spark had a 2-0 lead going into their third map and ended up getting reverse swept. And now they are back. And they take the 3-0 win. The last second change from Juven, absolutely the change that was required to get up there. You get the dash resets after the eliminations, and it was all over but the crying at that point. We say goodbye to Garfo. What a magnificent team here in the Libertadores. But we now have our grand final set up. It's going to be Picanha Paulo versus BCU Spark. And I tell you what, folks, we're going to be back in just a little bit with those two teams for the grand finals. Make sure that you get something to eat, get something to drink, hydrate, feed your soul. Go play a couple of games of Overwatch. We'll be back with you guys in just a little bit. A little bit of the Doomfist, absolute menace yesterday on this hero. Add with stun this Doomfist out. This is your first order of business. The hazard is out. And on the Doomfist, there's my favorite line of all. I don't care what anybody says. But another, that's a good pick there though, from Linktat. That's your main source of damage coming in, and also a bit of your worry in case they need to get out of there in a hurry. Blade is online as well to withstand everything. Just to go rocking the one punch skin, one of my favorite skins. And there is a Blade in the back, sound barrier out in response. Like that, my gosh, the Kitsune rushes out as well. Pulse Bomb out, Suzu there to save. 85% on, 99% and counting. And this is actually going to be a very fast timer. Once we get to that point, Hodelo goes down. People out of this team. Suzu already out. Has a swift step away. Juven gone. Sound barrier is out. Coming into the neutral here, Benji getting themselves into the conversation. Meteor strike out, forced out. They're gone. And I don't know if anybody else is going to get a last-second touch yet. There it is. It's not enough. It's just cleaned up from here. And a good last LOS of your healers, or you are going to go down in a heap. Both Dominio and Linktat both found that out. Going over to BCU Spark, unless Jusagobo has something to say about it. I don't know if they are, especially of this lighthouse. And now they're going to push forward as they pursue kills. 40% and counting. Dominio does get word. Clean up on Owl 5. Everybody from Garfo is being pushed back. Nano definitely is invested. The boom comes through! Nobody dies, but they're in a whole hell of a lot of trouble right now. Being murdered left and right. There goes Jusagobo. That is it. 2-0 as BCU Spark take Ilios. It was all about the early game there on Lighthouse as they were off the top. of Lighthouse, and they just were not able to dislodge them. And that's exactly what you need to see.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Dystopia's in.
Attackers incoming.
Dominio. That's a perfect dive going in. Yeah, and that's going to be Seafoam gone and deleted. They've got their kills. They've got their pound of flesh. There's a second one from Jubin. Big pulse bomb coming out from Modelo. But you need to get out the point. The C9 almost comes through. Quarter of a meter left. Healed up and ready to go. Juicegobo also has the get out of jail card. They've got Juicegobo kind of pinned up here in the back. They do have their lines up. Oh my goodness, 2 comes out. That is once again the Nano off the table. Actually low. He gets Ligtat on the reverse side. High Noon comes out. Huge bubble from Seaful. Oh my word. As he can. He's not long for this world, and that's going to do it. Boy, oh boy. By the hair of their chinny chin chin, Seaful starting to light it up with the Tesla cannon. Good hold there on the back of one ultimate. I'm done. Hold my beer. I'm going in. Blade comes out from Ligtat. Just about ready for Jubin. Is anybody going to be able to get a last second touch? They are. Nano Blade comes out. Onto the... That just might do it. The contest is there from Ligtat. Oh my god! Where the hell did that come from? Counting seconds to go here. How much meterage are we going to be able to get? The anti comes through. It is massive once again. Sequel is gone. He's getting the end of this map. It's going to be a sturdy 79.17. They need to get out. Some of them took that teleporter. Some of them played a little. There's a lot of tasty targets up there. Well, they have a great high ground hold going on right now. Big pulse bomb and takes him out. Blade comes out. That should be the point right there. It is indeed the point. Just under 4 minutes to go as we look at the defense. You've still got a Doomfist above you, looking for anything in the back. Oh, the Meteor Strike at the very last second. They're going to take right there. Out. Doesn't find any joy. Modelo super low. The healing is there. Big anti comes through once again. Modelo is down from a... Blade comes out from Ligtat. That's one. A la dos. Resets that health pool. Gets Dystopia in the back line. Oh no. The punch comes through. Big anti. And they get it. They take Juicegobo off the point. That really lit it up with the blade here. I thought they were absolutely going to get more every time that katana. The Wrecking Ball is going to have to be dealt with in the back line. And there it is. But they've got it back going on. Modelo, massive injuries in the back line, but they're going to go ahead and get topped up from. That is a big orbital ray coming through from WebTube. They get the point. I would expect this copy to go on to either Seaful or onto the Sojourn. Like that has a huge opportunity here with the Deadeye. For the Barrage, but they decide to go ahead and go aggressive with it. Orbital Ray in. Out of the fight. We're under halfway through here in Rome. And Wasizi is starting to light it up and get... Oh, but speared out of the High Noon. Big brain play there from Sequel. WebTube gone. And getting the picks. in this series. 115 meters. Oh, it's not insurmountable, but we're at 230. Only a quarter. Yeah, they're just going to let it go here. Sound barrier now. Interesting.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Cassidy.
Wasizi has absolutely turned this map around and has made it their own. The DMAC comes through. The mines are almost back on once again. Wasizi, this will be the fourth set of mines in this game. Forward progress. That should do it, and that will do it. As Garfo gets themselves back in the series, it is now. Boy, Push is not a friend of VCU Spark.
Play of the game.
Capiam, I gave you the love land. Absolutely massive. You're lethal, and you're just healing through everything. What a good, judicious. That'll do it. There's no way they come back and take the tech under wraps right now. Staying on top of statue. Getting in there with their. Pulse bomb out from both of them. And the trades are there. Bomb holding corner line. Jubin dots Dystopia between the eyes. This is going to be an exercise in bend but don't break. The sleep, the Atlas, and the Primal Rage ready to go for BCU Spark. The rallying bomb are going to be huge here. Onto the Doom. The rocket. Meteor Strike is out. Big time. Take out there. Where? They've got a kill box set up here. The Nano comes through once again. Looking for it. It gets slept for their wares. They had everything going for them, and they stepped off, and they just left here in point 3, and the kills are starting to stagger through. Somebody's got to get in touch. Once again, and Hodelo gets Juiceagobo. This might actually be it right now. 0.48 meters. They cannot C9 once again. 52 seconds left to go. You've got a bomb ready to go from distance. That's my point. Get off. 10 seconds.
Complete. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Couple of changes here. Looking for a little bit of speed. Doesn't knock anybody off, but Link That Company are over there. And Dystopia is just being completely uncontested on this high ground. Yeah, and you're looking at Juven trying to go up against a Link That will come through. It's just going to be, yep, the Doom Fist on point. And I mean, we'll be pretty much gone, but you get the sound barrier out. People doing everything he can not to charge, then power punch up, pulse bomb out, Suzu. Perfect from Wentube, but now they're in trouble in the background. Waiting for the right time to let loose of it. You drop one player, you let loose of it. But when Juiceagobo is getting 2, it's all good. Why? Down. They're actually looking big. That's a massive pulse bomb. Wins them the fight. And it sends everybody back to the top. But they don't fight it. There is the Kitsune Rush. Wetsuit gone. Healer for a take. I would control that. Thank you very much. Seafull's going to have the juggle here. And there will be no rally coming into this next fight. Seafull's probably going to pop this. Nosu's online. Benji getting it done. Jubin fighting the heads. 0.4 meters. It is 141 to 1 minute. And boy, do they learn that somebody's got to get on the point and touch. I don't know if it's going to happen. It does not. Oh, the punch comes through. Oh, my word. Seafull in a world of hurt right now. So is Jubin. Get absolutely primal. Jubin coming up huge. One person on the point. Link That is going to have to do it. The 3-0 victory to BCU Spark against all odds. But the team play of BCU Spark came through in spades My word. Welcome back, everybody. Chef Billy here, bringing you the grand finals of the Libertadores de Overwatch. It is finally time to crown a winner. Los Campeones. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Costa Rica y Mexico? Or is it going to be Brazil? I don't know. The paper test tells me that Picanha Paulo might have just a little bit too much gas in the tank. But based upon what we just saw from BCU Spark, getting a little bit of revenge, getting a little bit of the demons out from yesterday, as it were. They take the 3-0 victory over Garfo, and now we're going to see what happens here in the best of 7 matchup to see who's going to be crowned El Campeón de los Overwatch Libertadores. So, we got a lot to talk about here. We already know what BCU Spark is bringing to the match. Seaful was definitely more decisive this time, right? About how they played the tank position. They didn't overextend. They didn't play tank roulette, okay? They didn't change the tank every other fight. They stick with it. They knew what their identity was as a team, and it ended up working out very well for them. Even with the tragic little C9 that they had, they did overcome that. Ended up getting the overtime win there in Numbani, so it did not bite him in the butt this time. But we'll see what Picanha Paulo has to deal with here, as everybody is in the middle of banning their maps here for our grand final matches, the first of 4 best of 7. And we're going to see how do they line up against this Picanha Paulo team. I mean, yesterday they had a 2-0 lead on them. If I remember correctly, they had Picanha Paulo on the ropes and ended up not getting the job done. That's why Picanha Paulo gets themselves into the grand final slot basically unscathed. It was a 3-2 win, but man, this could actually be the banger match that we all deserve as fans of South American and Central American Overwatch. Just a reminder, I will be on the call for the Copa America coming up in May, and I cannot wait. I'm bringing my good friend Joker in here. He's going to be doing the play-by-play, even though I know you guys have gotten used to me doing the play-by-play. I'm actually a color caster. I'm actually the analista, and not the comentadora. So, I'm learning new things here, and I love that you guys love me. I love you guys. I love Brazil. I love Central America. I love South America. You guys are all family to me now. You have welcomed me with open arms, and I absolutely love you all. This has been a fantastic experience. I have hounded Senju and William to let me in, and they finally let me in. It wasn't like that. It really wasn't like that. They said, I said, can I? And they said, would you be able to? I said, yes. I will absolutely be there. And I'm just thrilled to death. So everybody, it's coming up, right? It's coming up. These 2 teams are about ready to go. We're on the 6th map ban over there right now. I'm taking a peek. It's Dorado, Havana, Route 66, and Shambali. I personally would love to see Shambali. If I get my wish here, that would be who I would love to see coming out here. But there is a lot to right here. It's going to take at least 4 maps for somebody to be crowned the champion. BCU Spark are all nice and warmed up too. That's something that, a lot of people don't talk about when we head into these kinds of championships, right? The Libertadores, it'll be the same with the Copa America. They have been warmed up. They are battle tested today. Now, there's 2 sides of that coin, right? BCU Spark comes out. They get a 3-0 win over their rivals in Garfo. But now, did they expend all that energy making sure they beat Garfo to get to the grand final and they're kind of flat? Or are they absolutely pumped up and excited and are going to take it to Picanha Paulo and, complete the whole anime redemption arc here and take the upset win? Because so far, Picanha Paulo, man, they have looked almost invincible in this Libertadores. So, it's going to be David versus Goliath. It's going to be the little guy versus the big guy. It's going to be Costa Rica versus Brazil. And I cannot wait to see as well. I'm speechless. I am sad that Garfo went out. And William and Senju, they gave me their commiserations. They gave me their sorries for it. And I'm okay with it. I really thought that Garfo was going to make it to the grand final. I thought it was going to be an all-Brazilian final. Just what my heart said. My brain said BCU Spark, if they played the way that I know they could play, it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a 5-map set. So the fact that they come out and they get the sweep, a 3-0, actually pretty astounding result for them. So we're going to see if this is how it goes down. And we're going to start out in control. Looks like the last map is finally being banned out here. Picante Palo is picking their map to picking the map for the map number 7. Should we need to get there? But man, this has been a good tournament. Big thanks to Senju and William, and I'm gonna mispronounce his name, but Shadi. I think it's Zadi or Shadi. All producing Eltex and Ineptune. And Galamat for joining me last week or 2 weeks ago after I had my surgery. Oh my goodness. So many different voices from all over Central America, South America, and myself in North America. This has been great. And I tell you what, it's about time to get into the grand final. I just wanted to give my love and my thanks. We are headed to China. We're going to Lijiang Tower as our first map of the grand finals. Fankin, Cabelada, Luvico, Shinigami, and Froki will be your lineup for Picante Palo. Shinigami absolutely scared me with the Sojourn play yesterday. The just crazy accuracy with the railgun shots gave me some nightmares last night. I'm not going to lie. Just popping up out of nowhere and hitting charged rail shots and eliminating people. It's going to have to be something in the back of the minds of BCU Spark here as we go to night market. It's all going to be about the tank play. Who can establish positioning first? It has all come up to this. Weeks and weeks of play. The qualifications. The group stages. The playoffs. The upper and lower semifinals all leads to this grand final in the 2025 Libertadores. The Overwatch. It is a true South America versus Central America matchup. Costa Rica, Brazil. Let's get it on. Definitely a different look than I was expecting coming out from both teams. WebTube showing us the judo here. Hodelo, we know that they have a very good Afera. Cabelada versus Juvin. That's going to be the matchup. First point. Control. Looking to be like it's going to be in favor of Picante Palo. Two Ramachos go around the outside, Luvico is in a world of trouble right now, and the Ravishing Vortex takes them out, and that should be the first point captured taken by BCU Spark. It was patient. They were so patient coming through, and Hodelo wins the aerial duel with their counterpart. 10% and counting for BCU Spark. Hodelo is going to have to be very careful with Shinigami on this battlefield because we know how good they are with the Sojourn. Big rocket blast coming through from WebTube. The healing is there. Seafull is just soaking up energy and the rotation's coming through the outside. They've got the speed boost, something that BCU Spark does not have. Cavalada dropping massively low right now. Suzu comes out. Benji on point. With Seafull. Oh my god, the picks are coming through big time. But Shinigami gets one back, but there goes Hodelo getting their opposite, and that is a cleanup. One ultimate to win the fight, and is 63% in climbing. Froki will have a Consider Rush coming into this fight, but it's going to be up against a barrage. And right now, Seafull's winning the Ramatra mirror. But you saw just a little slice of what Shinigami can do when they have even half of a pixel. Modelo in the back. Kitsune rush out. Gone. But Seafull's cleaning everything up. 86% and counting. It's going to take a last second touch here. 92%. Sound barrier will be the touch. How many people are actually going to get it though? Orbital ray coming out. Shinigami gets one with the overclock. Annihilation out. Seafull's going to go ahead and answer on the back of it. Picks up 2, but that is too little too late from Seafull. I would have rather you held on to that and taken it into the next fight. Now you're going to be up against a barrage. You will have the rally as well. But you're going to have to mark Shinigami. And you're really going to have to mark the Pharaoh. Speed ring out. Modelo on the outside, looking for a target. Looking to build up towards another barrage. Juven takes out Cavalata with the barrage in hand. Rally. Online. Benji gone. Luvico looking very, very worse for wear, though. Massive Swords of Healing gone. Modelo with the Concussive Blast takes him out. There goes Luvico. Cavalata is going to have to be the touch here. It's going to have to get the barrage off. They do, but it's too little, too late. And that'll be Night Market going over to BCU Spark 100 to 42.
Repositioning.
Score 0-1.
Lo siento, many apologies. Apparently, Froki is not from Brazil, it's from Paraguay. Many, many apologies, my friends. I did not know.
That is...
I am sorry.
I would have expected you.
I can make mistakes. Oh, it's a joke. Wow, chat trying to meme me out here. Wow. All right, I showed you guys love, and this is how you treat me. No. Very well. Turkey is in fact Brazilian. Early point presence here from BCU Spark. They've got Seafull in small room over here. The forms have been popped. And nobody has gone down. I say that just as Juven lands everything. Everybody in the assist feed. Juven lighting it up once again. They're going to pursue kills with that speed ring. And that's first capture once again over to BCU Spark. Froki is leading our server right now in the ult charge. Luvico going over to the ball. They're looking for some backline displacement. They decided to opt out of the mirror. And they're going to be looking for Benji and for WebTube in the back line. Just that little bit of indecision is going to give them room to move and get onto this point. I say that as Juven just lands one onto Luvico. Charge rail shot once again good for the money. 35% and counting right now. Seafull and Juven having fun. Froki gone. Cavalata done. And that'll be a reset here for the members of Picanha Palo. Barrage is online. You've got to be aware of Suzu if you're Modelo. Kitsune should be the initiator here for the members of Picanha Palo. And it's going to be the barrage out from Modelo first. Does not get anything for it. There's the Kitsune rush as I was looking for. This will be the point flipping over. Shinigami absolutely lighting it up with the railgun. Gets 4. Benji's gone. And that's all that she wrote. 75% for the first capture of Garden here for BCU Spark. Ultimate's coming up online for the members of Picanha Palo. Big one is going to be that sound barrier coming into this Seafull annihilation. Big orbital ray coming through. Looking for the back line. Big slam coming through from Luvico. Might be going down for their wares, and there it is. The annihilation comes out. Sound barrier out from Fankton. It's all about flipping it over now. Modelo does get their opposite in the Pharah. And now you're looking at the overclock from Juven. And a sound barrier for the next 19%. Rotation on far side into White Room. They've got to get a touch here. Camelot's got to get something done. The mines need to come online for Luvico as well. 10% away and counting. Early sound barrier comes out. There's the overclock as well. What do you find on the back of it? Luvico so very low. Gets him in the end. You've got the Pharah on the point. She's got, holy cow. The focus fire was absolutely true. And that's going to do it. 136 of 144. As BCU Spark takes the first map here in our grand final. They are playing like a team possessed right now. No worries about that that let off from the emotion of taking that 3-0 victory. Man, Luvico looked good on this Ramatra. But forced off of it from the focus fire that came in from BCU Spark, pulling out the ball, and didn't see the same level of penetration that you would expect to see, right? You didn't see the same amount of displacement. And that is something that they're going to have to be very cognizant of. Now, as we head to Monaco and Circuit Royale, this is going to be a real litmus test here for BCU Spark. We know that Juven can play pretty much anything. It's going to be Hodelo. Do you play the Genji here? Do you play the Tracer here? The back line is also going to be something that I'm peeking for both teams. Will it be high output, healing, or utility? Benji has shown some really good instincts on both the Brigitte and on the Lucio. WebTube has been extremely clutch
Stay close to me and I'll keep you safe.
in their support role as well.
Plan to win.
Interesting here from Hodelo. The Mei. Now, Mei is somebody that I play a lot. I'm not going to lie. You can flame for me. You can flame me for it in chat. I don't care. Mei with the perks. The extra 2 seconds on the ice block and on the wall as the minor perk is good. The cryo freeze with the AoE damage as the major perk, I think is even better. Especially if you get somebody walled off and you're looking to get, you know, just early value. Once that comes up, it's going to be something to behold. Sigma does rule here, but Seaful says, I rule you. Just have to be very cognizant of Cavalata in the sky, and that's an easy swap. Luvico says, yo, you know what? The Sigma ain't going to work here. I'm going to go ahead and match the mirror from Seaful. High ground control. Huge in Hodelo. Dots Shinigami between the peepers. Takes him down. And that wall is going to provide a lot of value here for the members of BCU Spark. It's going to corral members in where they need it. That disruption field just got a lot of value because of the wall that came up previous. They're going to have to really get Juven off this high ground as they're starting to bend right now. Cabalata is starting to find the range with the rockets. And he's got to be really careful as well. Hodelo's down. That is a big source of their utility. Gone. Both DPS gone here. There's got to be a retreat here for BCU Spark. And Cabellata is not about to let them go. Lots of free push going on right now. They've got Seaful parked in the corner. Modelo drops the May, brings out their own Pharah. Early orbital ray to get aggressive. Rally's online as well. Answering an orbital ray comes out. Big coming for them, and they unleash everything out at once. Jubin just says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just give my life up, try and give a little bit more time. It does take them 2.5 minutes to get point A. But now as we head into the racetrack and the chicane corner, it's all going to be about sight lines. It's all going to be about forward progress here for Picanha Paulo. Can they take high ground? Can they take the corner out of play to the members of BCU Spark? It does not look like it in this moment. Coming out with the overclock. WebTube takes their counterpart out. Lots of free real estate to be had here for BCU Spark as they push forward Shinigami off the field. They're going to come back with their overclock. One ultimate, though, to win that fight. Pretty economic for the members of BCU Spark. Steeple's going to have to be very, very careful with this upcoming Vortex and the Annihilation online. Can they catch Shinigami before they press Q?
This ends now.
It's out. Benji pops the rally. Oh my goodness. It comes through Shinigami, it comes through Hodelo in the back line. Everybody gone. It's WebTube versus... Oh my gosh. It was WebTube versus Cabellata. Cabellata gets it done, but in the end, it's Seaful. The last person standing. You're going to have to give up some room here, bud. Barrage almost online. You're going to have the Orbital Ray at your back. Juven over to the Ash. We know how good they were on Gibraltar in the last series. Will the protection be there? Benji brought out a Zenyatta. Trying to truck down Luvico a lot more. Nemesis form out. Luvico so low, gone. Benji with the ball, he takes him out. WebTube. Massive rocket display there. And they're going to clean that up. 1:40 on the clock. WebTube absolutely went ham.
Serenity at last.
Shinigami's got the eyes on the sky. Cabellata has to be very wary of Juven on this Ash. Already 51% towards the Bob. Sequel beat Luvico in the race to Annihilation. That's a big pick, though, for the members of Picanha Paulo, taking Benji off the battlefield. It's out. The Discord Orb is gone, and the Annihilation is out. 40 seconds left to go here. And we are just barely past the chicane. You still have so much high ground and corners and geometry of this map to deal with. Fankin has a rally. Cabellata has not been able to press Q because Seaful and Hodelo and WebTube have had their number. There's the rally out. Lots of extra armor online. Ravishing Vortex in from Seaful. Shinigami's going to go ahead and get that out there. Bob comes to the back line. Is looking for targets. Bankin actually takes out Bob, so completely devalues that. The transcendence is massive. The cleanup is huge. The annihilation is out. Hodelo picks up 3, 4. Do you get the ace? Negative. 65.36 meters is all that Picanha Palo are able to garner here in Monaco. There were some very timely changes that came through for BCU Spark. Hodelo, early value with the May, but once the first pick came through, is immediately over to mirror the Farah. And then Juven decided that Ash was going to be the way to go. Over the Sojourn, you get a lot of value, right? From the TNT, from the Bob, from the ability to reposition yourself with the coach gun when you start getting all the heat on you. And then Benji showing us the Zenyatta, which I have not seen in South America yet. Absolutely masterful. Cabelada and Luvico were constantly being targeted by that orb of discord, and they were being absolutely melted.
Are you afraid I'll free your servant?
Briarcliff University.
Bob, and I'll show you what fear means.
5, 4.
Thank you to Ligtat. Just sent me a DM saying thank you for casting for us.
Attackers incoming.
Mucho obrigado. Ligtat.
Stop that payload.
You're gonna make me cry. The honor was all mine. The honor is mine to bring the stories of all you players here in South America and Central America. You have been ignored too long, and I'm here for you. Luvico under massive pressure. That Discord orb once again, absolutely lethal. Juven, I questioned the Hanzo before. Now I know why. Froki is under some massive problems here. I love that they've done this, though. I love that they have given a little bit of escape here at the beginning of the chicane turn. But I don't know if there's going to be enough time for a touch. Luvico is going to be under massive pressure, and he's gone. Forget the Discord Orb. It was Storm Arrows to the noggin. $5.19. Oh my god, Juven is absolutely warmed up. Juven is him. Froki, oh my word. Under massive pressure here. Juven looking for more. Has the Dragon Strike online. This is all free real estate right now. They can't possibly know that he has this online right now. Kamilata and Shinigami looking for the left. There's the Dragon Strike out. Just repositions everybody beautifully. They've got everybody in this left-hand corner. The Golden Box of Victory. Less than 20 meters away. Penkin has the Nano online. Either Nano Barrage or get Luvico in there. Never mind. That's not there. Benji picking up 2! And it's done. BCU Spark never were stopped in Monaco. No taxes paid in Monte Carlo and Circuit Royale.
Justice reigns from above.
This is absolutely masterful. Hodelo absolutely was on one there. On the Farah. I think the biggest swap, though, had to be Benji going over to the Zenyatta. They got so much value out of it. As we head to Coliseo. La Città Eternale. The Eternal City, Rome. What do Froki and company have up their sleeves here in Roma? They have been the dominant force here in the Libertadores. They were on the ropes yesterday to this BCU Spark team. They are on the precipice of, to me, an earth-shattering upset. 2 maps to go. We know that push has not been a friend to BCU Spark, though.
4, 3, 2, 1. You want that louder?
And I've been saying it was a 3-0 victory. It was a 3-1 victory over Godful. BCU in the red. Picanha Palo in the blue. Cabellata looking for an angle here. Do they know, chat? Do they know that Cabellata's on the other side here? They do. And Modelo and company is like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. This is not going down. Steeple under a lot of pressure here. Getting pressured on the backside. Needs to get the healing. The healing is through. Benji there for their tank player. Modelo not nearly as accurate here. The close confines of the drag strip. Almost a minute. And we still have 0 progress coming through. Modelo low. Steeple low. Lubico's getting pressured and gone. Just like that. Steeple and Hodelo turn it around. And a direct from Hodelo ends that resistance.
We're on the move.
We'll see how far they push it. Cabellata, though, is going to have something to say here. Almost has a pulse online. Watch for the back line. Big shot from Shinigami takes the fair out of the sky. That's a good push there. 28.25 meters. TS1 in favor of the Palo right now. Orbital Ray coming through. Too late. Oh no. Shinigami gone. And the rally comes through. Versus Kitsune Rush. Overshield versus speed. What's going to be more important here? Overclock out from Juven. It's going to push everybody off the line here. The sound barrier is being invested from Peyton. Watch for Shinigami on the retake, but Lubico says, you know what? My annihilation's good. And there it comes through. We're stacking our ultimates here, folks. Steeple, do you have anything to say here? Nemesis forward out. Shinigami lights it up with 2 from the overclock. Oh my god, Steeple pops the annihilation before the lead can be taken. The investment was huge. Cabellata has another Pulse Online BT dubs. It's all about how much can you get right now. Good disruptive shot coming through. Steeple's going to have to be really cognizant. He's going to have to throw that Nemesis for him up to get out of there in the block. Big pulse coming through from Cabellata. They're going to be 4v5 into this fight. Modelo dancing. Steeple under massive duress here. They're about to lose the lead. They have, oh no! They did not lose it by 0.0908 meters. But the kills are coming through for the members of Picanha Palo. That should do it. Unless Modelo has something to say here with a couple directs. The Brazilians take the lead. And they've got an ultimate to work with here. They've got the Kitsune Rush. Juven bringing out the Archer once again. Rally will be online for this. Fidela says, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this. Oh, the Ravenous Vortex pulls him down. That's exactly what they need to consider. Rush coming out. It's going to make Seafull's life a living hell right now. Orbital Ray comes through. Good placement there from WebTube. Gives a little bit of extra breathing room to their tank, and it causes a world of hurt for Luvica. They're down. Now the push will come through. Back and forth. Nobody willing to give up a single meter. Less than 20 meters separate the two. Sonic Arrow out. They know exactly where they're at. Oh, that's a massive, massive kill there. Taking down your natural counter is exactly what was required there. As they get more meters going on. Hodelo taking the high ground. They're going to get their lead back. How much are they going to tack onto it? Juven playing very far back here, using the Sonic Arrow to their liking. Seafull playing the corner up here, trying to get as much value out of the push as possible. Forward spawns initiated here for BCU Spark. Big Ravenous Vortex, and Suzu is forced out.
This ends now.
Should got to be popping that overclock. Have a lot of picks up too. Almost an afterthought for that Annihilation, but it gets the job done in the end. It stems the bleeding. You still got a sound barrier and a pulse bomb to work with. But the reteam test, I feel, is going to be quite bloody. Annihilation and a rally. Watch for Camelota to try and target Benji out. Sound barrier starting from Tankton. Pulse bomb out, doesn't get the joy. Rally comes through. Camelota is in the back line, just harassing everybody that they can find. They turn their attention around. Hodelo takes a direct to Camelota's face, and that's that. Hodelo says, get off my feet, supports. Force Bonds once again re-engaged. Dragon Strike ready to go. Dragon Strike over the bridge. Trying to force the value out. Camelota on their own. Farah now says, I am sick of this. I'm going to get more value. Juven takes down their counterpart. But TS1's already almost back to the midpoint. Orbital Ray and Barrage could be up in this next fight here for the members of BCU Spark. Nothing online here so far for Picanha Palo. Just a little over 2 minutes to go, folks. Early Orbital Ray, huge for them. This could provide a little bit of protection for the Barrage coming in as well. Camelota gone. Froki gone. Juven lighting it up once again. Benji is gone. You've got a Lucio somewhere around here.
Enemy forward spawning.
Boy, Hodelo has the tracking on today. Almost nailed Fengton across the bridge and into the spawn. I'm looking for the backside here. They know Luvico has the Annihilation, so they're just going to give it up for free. They're going to make a tactical retreat and take the next fight on their own terms. Watch for the ult dump coming from Picanha Palo here in the next fight. They've got to do something now. 70 seconds left to go here in Rome. And they've got a 55-meter difference to deal with. Juven is gone. That's massive for this team. Vision and the one strike potential gone. Hodelo gone from their barrage. Luvico pops the Annihilation once again. They're going to make sure that Seafull's gone. That'll be a wipe for the most part. But now you're running into a whole host of problems here. You've got barrage and a rush and a sound barrier to go up against this Dragon Strike. Maybe go early with it. The last thing you want to see is them get this forward spawn. Oh, that's big. Oh, it's big. Annihilation comes through. The barrage comes through from Camelot to take down Seafull out of the Annihilation. Absolutely perfect counter. Banshee gone with the rally basically on their shield. So now it's just about wasting time. They've done that. They've got 5 on the cart. They've got less than 50 meters now. About 46 meters they have to cover. And there's going to be the pause at the forward progress point. Modelo's up high. Camelata's looking for the backside boops. Looking to provide 2 points of progress. Both support ultimate's ready to go. 1's out. 2's out. Bankton gone. Camelata gone. Webtube gone. Oh my god, it's done. BCU Spark take a 3-0 lead here at our first to 4 grand finals here in the Libertadores, the Overwatch. And they just did not look like they were going to be moved very far from where they wanted to be. Massive, massive barrage in there, but it was just too little too late. They started finding their rhythm there. About 2.5 minutes left to go. But it was just too much. Too much from BCU Spark. Too much from the Swiss Army knife that we call Juven. This has been insane.
Initiating match.
Kings Row up next. You know, I used to be sick of Kings Row, and then I stopped seeing it. And nostalgia is back. And I'm here for it. This could be very interesting. This could either be the end and a championship for BCU Spark, representing Briarcliff University, also representing the Masters Division in North American Face-It League, and more importantly, representing Costa Rica and Mexico. And I remember that when I was casting the Overwatch back in 2023, they were just excited for the experience. They were excited for the experience to be able to go into the group stages on the online qualifiers and play against other players from Central and South America. If I remember correctly, they were in Group B.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
BCU 1 map win away from an upset victory over Picanha Paulo. Shinigami has brought the Bastion out. I love Bastion. I don't care what anybody says. He's fun to play, but he's also easy to kill. And they've got everybody locked up in this small, enclosed space with the Pharah and with everybody else around. And everybody's going to die.
Sure you're Amari's daughter.
And that's a lot of old charge over to the members of BCU Spark. Lots of work gotten done there for Camelata and for Froki as well. But they're going to have to rethink about their rotation here. Big pick there from Camelata. Now they can use that rotation if they so wish. Yeah, they've got to get back. Modelo is in a massive amount of trouble. Gets out with their life. But now point presence is going to be there. Seafull gone from a good charge rail shot from Shinigami. This will probably spell the beginning of the end here for this first point unless somebody decides to be the savior and touch. discretion the better part of valor here.
Objective lost.
4:45 as they hold Archway. Cabellata's already lapped Hodelo in the barrage apartment. That's going to have to be something they're going to have to be very, very cognizant of. Juvin, keep your eyes in the sky. Well, I say that. Hodelo just landed a bunch of directs and now has their own online. Big from Cabellata. Lets loose with it. Finds no joy out of it. Steeple pops the Annihilation, looking for something on the end of it, doesn't find it. The healing is there, though. It is just a retreat. A 4-pack of ultimates ready to go here for just about both sides. Dueling rallies online. Shinigami, oh my word, Juvin gets the better of that engagement. And they're going to have their own overclock ready to go in the next fight. I've always said this is one of the hardest points to break in all of Overwatch. If you get an Archway hold with ultimate rotation, you know, as long as you parcel out your ultimates the right way, you can hold here almost indefinitely. As long as you know when to tactically retreat and give up a little bit of space. The Annihilation is going to have to be huge from Lubico. The Screen Ringer's out, but Jubin says, I got this. And it's just going to force everybody away. Looking for Cabellata. They almost have another barrage in line. Hodelo never let loose with theirs. Yeah, watch for Lubico to go very early with this Annihilation. Oh my god! Hodelo does get Fankin, but they're gone. Here's the Annihilation out. Exactly what I expected to see. Jubin gone. Cabellata gone. Benji gone. No healing to speak of. I say that WinTube is actually there, but Benji's gone as well. That'll be the cleanup that they needed. Not terribly expensive either. You basically get it for an Annihilation. And you see the barrage and the early start of that fight. The overclock from Jubin. Shinigami taking high ground position right here. This is going to be a death trap coming out for the members of BCU Stark. Hodelo taking the long way around. Gets spotted out. Cabellata is on their ass. It says, you're not getting a free pass here. Froki early with the orbital ray. Red Tube's gonna have to answer with their own. Oh, they don't get it. They do get it. Instead, I'm sorry. The Red Tube gone. 90 seconds here. 4.81 meters outside of the Foundry. Jubin does get a pick here. But that's gonna go ahead and do it. 2:49 as we enter into the Foundry. Do we see Jubin go over to a Widowmaker? I don't know. We've seen it before. Right now for Picante Palo, the only thing you need to be concerned with is finishing this map. You got less than 2 minutes 30 seconds. That's a good early pick. 2 for Shinigami to start. 3. Give him 4. Massive overclock to start this fight. They're going to have time in the bank. They've got a rally. And almost another Annihilation. The Venture pick coming out from Hodelo. Different.
This ends now.
Overclock coming out from Jubin. What are you going to get on the back of it? I'm sorry. The rally is out from Fankin. And the Annihilations are answering as well. The Annihilation is out. Hodelo gone. Take out Shinigami. Now here's the answering. annihilation coming from Seafull. Lubico is damn near unkillable right now. How do you not die? Good lord, the support was too damn good. Orbital Ray online here for the members of BCU Spark. 1 minute and 5 seconds. And that's a big pick coming in from Juven. Again, Juven. Juven and Shinigami are absolutely lighting it up on the Sojourns right now. Camilata has the barrage in hand. A well-placed orbital ray from Froki could make her almost unkillable. Juven playing with fire here. The support is there. Hodello also playing with fire. Less than 30 seconds. They kite away. They get out now. Their own orbital ray is out. The directs coming in from Hodello are massive! And Luvico barely gets out. Kevin Lotta swatch over to the Tracer. The last one that can touch is making... takes her opposite out. Rally online. This actually could be good. Oh, and they don't get back in time. The forward progress at 64.52 meters is all that we're going to see. The aggressive forward hold there from BCU Spark, not allowing anybody to get past. Might just be the nail in the coffin. I'm a little stunned. If I'm being completely honest. Shinigami and Froki doing everything they can to get their team over the finish line, and just Juven and WebTube and Seafull pulled their best Gandalf out and said, "You shall not!" And they didn't. And now they are 2 captured points at 64.53 meters away from a 4-0 victory in the Grand Championship of the Libertadores, the Overwatch, here in 2025. This is absolutely nuts. We talk about teams peaking. We talk about teams coming into form. And that is exactly what has happened here today. Modello, worse for wear. But Shinigami's already got Juven. Early first pick. That gives Hodello all the room in the world in the sky. Yeah, they're looking around to see if there's going to be a recontest. I say you hold. Oh, they're not going to hold. They're going to push. Good pick from Cabelada. That's going to stop the aggression from coming in. They've got 2 ticks, though. And Seafull has the supports at his back. Juven will come back into this fight. Modello and Cabelada almost neck and neck in the barrage charge. WebTube has a little bit of the advantage in the orbital ray. Who gets to that first, I think, wins this first point. Oh my god! Shinigami solo! The disruptor shot was too good, and there goes your tank. The touch is there, but it's going to be people just touching and throwing their lives out. That'll do it. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to get through the second point. And the archway defense is not going to be available. How aggressive does Seafull and company get? You got Juven on a flank. Good rotation here. And Hodelo picks up 3! Oh my freaking god! See ya! There's a 4-pack. Give him the ace. Give him the ace. Does not get the ace. But that is a team kill. There's the Gong of Death. 50 seconds into it. And they've already rounded Bookstore coming into the second alley. And that was one ultimate to win them that fight. You could technically go early with this Annihilation from Seaful and get 0.2 for free. I know Brokey's got this online. They're going to go ahead and pop it. It's dueling Orbital Rance, and Hodelo gets the best of that first engagement. Faken gone. Juven gone. That's actually a good pick, but that should do it right there. Luvico will go down in a heap, and this time bank is going to be astronomical. 456 to get 64.53 meters. There will be 4 ultimates online here for Picanio Paolo. Something's got to give. 3 ultimates out from the members of Picanio Paolo to 1 from the members of BCU Spark. They're going to have the rally and the Annihilation into this next fight. Cabelada, the sole ultimate holder here for Picanio Paolo. Hodelo almost has another barrage online. Juven swapping over to the Ash. They're looking for the dynamite damage. They're looking to force stuff out. They're looking to be able to reposition as well. Good early pick from Camilata. That's a good first fight win. Exactly what they needed. They only need about 4 or 5 more of those. Good early fight win. I like to see the proactive use of the ultimate there. Now you can build up to your next one. Brokey needs to do a ton of healing here. I say that. Seaful's going in with the Annihilation. Brokey almost gone. Brokey alive on 1 health and gets out. Still holding Rally and the Barrage. Oh, that's massive. The Ravishing Vortex is huge. Less than 10 meters to go. Rally popped at the last second. Shinigami gone. 1.5 meters to go. It's going to be the last touch here from Cavalata. Do they have the recall? They do. They do. Lumigo gone. Cavalata gone. That's it. Game over. Campeonato de los Libertadores de Overwatch están aquí. BCU Sparks. 4-0. I am almost speechless.
Justice reigns from above.
That was the barrage to end all barrages. That was personal. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That was very, very personal. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, folks, other than that was dominance. That was a 7-1 day for BCU Sparks. 3-1 winners over Garfo in the lower bracket finals. And then here in the grand finals, they take care of the regions. Outstanding, dominant team in Picanio Paolo that they got reverse swept by yesterday. Goes 4-0 sweep here to claim the championship for the Libertadores de Overwatch here 2025. It's BCU Spark. And man, they absolutely turned it on. They peaked when they needed to peak. They found their final form when they needed to find it. And my word, that was exciting. That was exciting. And they can hang their heads high. Picado Palo, I mean, absolutely fantastic tournament from them as well. No stones left unturned for this team. I think we'll see a lot of them coming up here very soon in the Copa America. By the way, that's coming up very shortly in the middle of May. We will have the Copa America here on William Mundi, put on by Grupo Senju. It's also going to be put on by xyba.gg, the production arm of the CGL. And they will be helping to give some of the production for this. And you will see a lot more of my face coming up here very shortly. But my gosh, everybody, what a tournament. What a Libertadores de Overwatch here for 2025. We got to see the best and brightest of South America and Central America. It was my honor. It was my honor to cast you, all of you. It was good to meet you guys. I hope to see you guys again soon. This is Chef Billy signing out. Congratulations once again. BCU Spark, 4-0 winners in the grand finals. Matchup. Costa Rica, Brazil. Let's get it on.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Oh my god, the picks are coming through big time. But Shinigami gets one back, but there goes Hodelo. Getting what Shinigami can do when they have even half of a pixel. Hodelo in the back. Kitsune rush out. That gets one with the overclock. Annihilation out. Seafolk's going to go ahead and answer on the back of it. Picks up 2. Luvico looking very, very worse for wear, though. Massive Swords of Healing gone. Hodelo with the Concussive Blast takes him out. Cavalata is going to have to be the touch here. It's going to have to get the barrage off. They do, but it's too little, too late. And that's everything. Everybody in the assist feed. Jubin lighting it up once again. They're going to pursue kills with that speed ring. 35% and counting right now. Seafull and Jubin having fun. Proki gone. Cavalata done. This will be the point flipping over. Shinigami absolutely lighting it up with the railgun. Gets 4. Bankton. It's all about flipping it over now. Modelo does get their opposite in the Farah. She's got, holy cow. The focus fire was absolutely true. And that's going to do it. 136 and 140. They are playing like a team possessed right now. No worries about that, the emotion of taking that 3-0 victory. Man, Luvico looked good on the Ramatra. Better. Especially if you get somebody walled off. And you're looking to get, just early. As they're starting to bend right now. Cavalata is starting to find the range with the rockets. Rally's online as well. Answering an orbital ray comes out. It does not look like it in this moment. Coming out with the overclock. Wedtube takes their counterpart out. Benji pops the rally. Oh my goodness. It comes through Shinigami. It comes through Hodelo. In the back line, everybody. Nemesis form out. Luvico solo gone. Benji with the volley takes it out. Wedtube. Massive rocket display there. For the members of Picania Palo, taking Benji off the battlefield. It's out. The Discord Orb is gone, and the Annihilation is out for people. Shinigami's going to go ahead and get that out there. Bob comes to the back line, is looking for targets. 3, 4. Do you get the ace? Negative. You have been ignored too long, and I'm here for you. Luvico under massive pressure. That Discord Orb once again. Oh my word. Under massive pressure here. Jubin looking for more. Has the Dragon Strike online. Never mind. That's not there. Benji picking up 2. And it's done. In Monte Carlo and Circuit Royale. This is absolutely masterful. Modelo.
3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds. You want that louder?
Stiefel and Hodelo. Turn it around. And a direct from Hodelo ends that resist. Takes the pair out of the sky. That's a good push there. 28.25 meters. TS1 in being invested for Peyton. Watch for Shinigami on the say on the retake, but Lubiko says, you know what? My annihilation's good. And there. Oh my god, Stiefel pops the annihilation. They're about to lose the lead. They have, oh no, lead. And they've got an ultimate to work with here. They've got the Kitsune Rush. Juven bringing out the Archer. Once out, they know exactly where they're at. Oh, that's a massive, massive kill there. Popping that overclock. Got a lot of picks up too. Almost an afterthought. Kamilata is in the back line, just harassing everybody that they can find. They turn their attention around. Hodel the value out. Kamilata on their own. Farah now says, I am sick of this. I'm gonna get more value. Juven. Early orbital ray, huge for them. This could provide a little bit of protection for the barrage coming in as well. Kamilata gone. And they've got a 55-meter difference to deal with. Juven is gone. That's massive for this team. Vision and... But now you're running into a whole host of problems here. You've got Barrage. And a big... Annihilation comes through. The Barrage comes through from Camelot to take that Stiefel out of the... And there's going to be the pause at the forward progress point. God, Webtube gone. Oh my god, it's done. BCU Spark take a 3 watch, and they just did not look like they were going to be moved very far from where they wanted. Massive barrage in there, but it was just too little too late. They were in Group B.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Point unless somebody decides to be the savior and touch. Discretion, the better part of it. A bunch of directs, and now has their own online. Big from Capilata. Let's loose with it. And they're going to have their own overclock ready to go in the next fight. I've always said this is just going to force everybody away. Looking for Capilata. But they're gone. Here's the annihilation out. Exactly what I expected to see. Juven gone. Capilata gone. The Webtube gone. 90 seconds here. 4.81 meters outside of the foundry. Juven does get a pick. 2 for Shinigami. The strike. 3. Give him 4. And the annihilations are answering each other. The annihilation is out. Modelo gone to take out Shinigami. Now here's the answering. Again, Juven. Juven and Shinigami are absolutely lighting it up. On early gets out. Have a lot of swatch over to the Tracer for last one that can touch is making takes their opposite out. Rally online. This actually could be good. Oh, and they don't get back in time. And Hodelo picks up 3. Oh my freaking god. See ya. There's a 4-pack. Juven gone. That's actually a good pick, but that should do it right there. Lubiko will go down in a heap. And this time bake is from the members of Picanho Palo to 1. Well, Good early pick from Camilata. That's a good first fight win. Seafull's going in with the annihilation. Brokey almost gone. Brokey alive on 1 health and gets out. He popped at the last second. Shinigami gone. 1.5 meters to go. It's going to be last.
Justice reigns from above.
That was the barrage to end all barrages.
touch my eyes.